Today I'm going to be showing you guys a lower body sequence on the reformer using the dowel pole. This is such a good prop for alignment. It also just helps us to feel super straight, and yeah, it's one of my favorite props by far. So I like to use a blue spring or a high yellow for these lunges, and I also like to put the platform extender on as well, so we've got more space to stand up. So let's get started. So beginning just standing onto the platform for safety, and then we want to step the right foot onto the carriage. So I just like to begin by really grounding down through the left foot. So we take an inhale here, coming to the toe of the right foot, lower down into a squat. Exhale to stand all of the way up. So we'll just begin by bringing this dowel just to shoulder height, and then standing, lifting through the crown of the head to come up. Just starting to wake up these legs. This is our first layer here before we start to move into our side lunges. Let's just go for another 5. Inhale to lower, exhale to stand. 4. All of the weight is in the left heel here as well. 3. 2, also being mindful here that we are not taking the knee over the ankle. And 1. Nice. Now I like to bring the dowel across the top of the traps here. So this really helps us to stay nice and open through the chest and upright. Let's start to extend the right leg out, getting that leg nice and straight. Then we resist the springs to come all the way back in, and then stand back upright, squeezing that left glute here. We inhale, lower down, exhale out. Inhale, draw the carriage in nice and slow, resisting that spring. Once the carriage hits the stopper, we stand all the way up. So let's also focus on bringing the elbows forward here. So we have this beautiful upright thoracic spine here. We have another 7. Taking that leg nice and straight, drawing the carriage in slow and stand. We have 6. Inhale to lower. Exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, draw the carriage in nice and slow. Once it hits the stopper, standing all the way up. We just have another 4 here. Taking it slow and steady with your breath. And 3. Also being mindful that that left leg is not moving at all. Staying nice and solid here. 2. Lower down, extend, bend, and stand. Now you guys, next time we come down, we want to extend the leg, and now we're coming into a rotation with the upper body here. We twist towards the side, also being mindful that the pelvis does not move here. Draw the carriage all the way in and come to stand. My quad is burning already. Let's take the carriage out. We twist, come back to the front, and come all the way to standing. Good, so let's keep that going. We just have another 6. Twist and bring it in. The left leg is staying so nice and strong here. We have 5. Locking that pelvis in, nice and stable, just rotating through the rib cage. We have 4. Breaking each movement down with the breath here. So we inhale down. Exhale, extend, and twist. Inhale back to the center. Bring the carriage in. Exhale, stand. We just have 2 more here, you guys. Exhale out and twist. Inhale in, draw that carriage in, and stand. Final one here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale to stand. Oh my gosh, my legs are burning. So from here, this is our final layer. We just want to come down low. We will scoot and also twist at the same time. If this is too much for you, you can just stay with the straight scoot, but we take the carriage out and in without coming up in between. So let's try it with the rotation at the same time without coming up. We're just here for 8 and 7. Exhale out, inhale, return. We have 6, 5, last 4. Can we get a little lower on that left leg? Final 3, pushing through that right toe to get the leg nice and straight. And 2. And final one here. Okay. Now let's take that to the other side. All right, so we're moving to the other side of the carriage. Okay, so now this time coming to the toe of the left foot, we inhale down, reach the stick forward, and stand all the way upright, lifting through the crown of the head. So just starting to wake up this right leg here. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. We're just here for another 5, 4, exhale to stand, 3, 2. Remember to draw your belly button towards the spine as you stand up and squeeze that glutes. Now let's take the dowel pole over the top of the traps. So we want to make sure we're not pulling down on it. Draw the elbows forward. So we're nice and upright here, coming down into that squat. Now we extend the leg out, straightening through the knee. Draw the carriage all the way in with control. Stand up as you hit the stopper. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, stand. Let's keep that going. Inhale, coming down nice and low on that right leg. Stabilizing here. Just straightening and bending that leg to take the carriage in and out on the left. We have 6. Draw it in with control. Exhale, stand. 5. Remembering to breathe with every movement. And standing up, we have 4. Inhale to lower, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale, stand. Last 3. And lifting up through the crown of the head to come up, 2. Beautiful. And one more here before we add the rotation. So next time the carriage goes out, we'll be twisting towards that left leg. So let's take a rotation here. Come back to the front, draw the carriage in, and stand. So we have that extra pause here in the side lunge. Hold the carriage out, twist, inhale, bring it back in, exhale to stand. Inhale to lower. Exhale out and twist. Come back to the front and stand. We just have 6 more here, you guys. Inhale to lower. Exhale, get that left leg nice and straight. Twist. Back to the front and stand. Last 5. My right quad is seriously on fire. And 4 more here, you guys, before we go into that combo and we stay low. Last 3, remember to squeeze that right glute as you come up to standing. We have 2, twist, back to the front and stand. 1 more here. Hold that lunge, twist, back to the front and coming up. Oh my gosh, take a quick break if you need to between sets. But now here is where we start to lower down. We take the leg out to the side and twist at the same time, but without coming up in between. So let's go, taking a nice big inhale here. Let's exhale down. As the carriage goes out, we twist at the same time. Then we draw the carriage in and turn back to the front. We're here just for another 7. Exhale, twist. 6, 5. Final 4 here, guys. Strong legs. This rotation is so good for our spine. Last 4. 3, 2, and final one here. Beautiful. And coming up, give those legs a shake out. My leg's actually shaking. Okay, so now we're coming to lay down onto our backs, and we'll be threading the straps onto the dowel pole and taking our feet onto the dowel pole. So let's come to lay, actually, before we do, let's take a red spring on. So we'll take 1 red and a yellow is good here. So you could either be just a red if you're new to this, or a red and a yellow is good too, because we'll be doing a lot of single leg stuff. So just coming to lay back down onto your backs. Okay, so we want to take the straps onto the dowel pole. It doesn't matter if you have the short or the long straps, just as long as they're even. And you want to have enough space that you can take both feet in between the straps. So once I've got my pole on the straps, I come to lay down. And now just reaching back for the pole, pushing the feet off the foot bar. We'll take 1 foot onto the pole, hold it, and then the other foot comes onto the pole. From here, we start to take the legs straight up towards the sky. So holding here, we want to be mindful that the tailbone is down and we're still really activating the core, drawing the belly button towards the spine. Let's take an inhale here, and as we exhale, we start to push the feet into the dowel pole. Again, being mindful that the lumbar spine isn't arching at all as the feet go down. Inhale to float the legs up. We exhale down. Inhale back up. Let's just go for 5 more here. This is actually super relaxing and fun. Just another 3. Seeing where you can keep as much control onto that dowel pole as possible. 2 and 1. Now let's bring the feet 45 degrees towards the mirror. From here we start to bend the knees, so we want to keep the knees hip distance apart all the way, and we exhale, push the feet back towards the mirror, activating through the quads and the legs as we straighten them. Inhale, exhale, push all the way forward. Let's just go for 6 more here, and 5, 4, last 3, and we'll be going into some single leg stuff next. 2 and 1. Now let's bring the left foot into the middle of the pole. So we're balancing it now. Just with the left foot, we'll extend the right leg towards the mirror. Now, as we push the left foot into the pole, we bring the right knee into a tabletop position and then just continue to alternate. So left leg bends, inhale. Exhale, extend and bend the right knee. Let's keep this going. We have another 7 and 6. Shooting that foot underneath the dowel pole. Last 5, 4, 3 more here. 2. And 1. Beautiful work. Now let's swap over. So now we want to take the right foot into the middle, and then let's begin by extending that left foot forward. Right knee is bent. We exhale, push the right foot into the pole, bend the left knee to tabletop. Inhale to bend. Continuing here, alternating these legs. We're just here for another 7 and 6. Last 5, staying with your breath. Inhale as the dowel comes towards you. Exhale to push it away. Just a final 4. And 3. 2. And final one here. Good, now taking both feet onto that pole, just being really careful here to release the feet carefully, taking the pole back over the top of your head. And we can just take a really nice gentle stretch here. Right ankle over left knee, and let's just release through that glute. Nice, and we can extend that left leg long here and just pointing and flexing through the toe. And let's unravel these legs and just taking the same stretch to the other side, left ankle over right knee, drawing that right knee in towards you. And just returning down to your natural breath here. Let's extend that right leg long as well, holding behind the leg, and we flex and point through the ankle here. Good work. So I hope you enjoyed these lower body exercises today using the dowel pole. It is such a great prop for so many different reasons, particularly for your alignment and core, and also all of those rotations that we were doing in the side lunges. So I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.